Polster, Yusuf in front of him. It's key in order to win the second balls, but up top, it's all about Heel, getting him on the ball, allowing him to orchestrate the attack. Defensively behind them, but really up top, it is about those front four of Click, Kudi Pietro, Pirani, Benteke.
But a lot of new pieces, and the feeling around these parts, they're ready to go again next season, with still the chance to make the playoffs as New England Revolution play host to DC United.
That helps as well, the introduction of Langoni on that right-hand side. Yusuf in the middle, sitting next to Polster, has also been key. This gives them a bit more range.
Goes slide in Stroud. His low cross is cut out, but a second attempt at it here for Stroud. Comes through the area and is dealt with by Romney.
Well, Chris, just looking at the formation for DC United, it does actually look like they are in a four-back. It's Peltola and Bartlett.
Santos with a strike from a near impossible angle has snuck it past Ivicic. That is a golazo from Pedro Santos. DC in critical need of a victory, off to a flying start at Gillette.
Well, one of the things that we said coming into this game was that they needed to have the same mentality, the relentlessness that they had midweek to come back versus Nashville. And the formation change to allow for Santos to get higher up the field. Herrera on that far side just sneaks in. This ball just lofted, just slow to get to it. And first time, what a finish that is. Ivicic doesn't see it till the last second, but just roosts it with pace, spin on it. What a finish that is. Comes onto it so nicely. Right there, you could see the technique. My goodness. And what a way to start away from home for DC United.
And Ivicic, even though he was at his near post,
they're just going to sit in front of the back four, provide a little bit of an anchor in terms of denying Carlos Heel time and space on the ball.
Vaulted forward there, and Ivicic is off his line, and Benteke nods into DC's second. The Golden Boot leader gets number 23 on the campaign, and inside of 8 minutes in this must-win game, DC United have a 2-goal lead.
Separate yourself. It comes off of the goal kick, just a big ball. DC United is always going to try to win that first one, but the positioning to win that second one, just put it back into the mix. Benteke gets onto it, sees it first, wise to it. Ivicic is late, and then Benteke is off to the races. All he has to do, Arriaga's pointing. There's the miscommunication. It's just an easy finish for Benteke. Never going to miss from that moment right there. A wonderful positioning behind the ball to win the second, put it right back into the mix, and all Benteke has to do is get there first to tap it.
You see thus far doing a decent job of cutting out service when they can. That is a lovely flick on from Pirani, and off goes Teddy Kudi Pietro with pace to burn beyond Arriaga. On he goes, Teddy Kudi Pietro dragging his effort wide. He wanted to do it himself. Stroud, one of the pair players on double-digit assists as Herrera gets forward. Shouts for handball, but well handled there by Peyton Miller, who will just clear lines. And Vrioni wants to get beyond Peltola. Advantage awarded. Here goes Vrioni with tons of space. Giacomo Vrioni into Carlos Heel. And with all the anticipation in the ground, the Spaniard skies his effort.
Well, that's it.
Well, not creating so many threats so far from set pieces, but lifted in Benteke wins only as far as Langoni. And Yusuf takes a deflection, and it goes in. But the offside flag is going to come up for the deflection on its way through. For now, though, it's no goal.
It still goes back to the point that we were talking about. 13 goals allowed on set pieces for DC United. Second phase, smart idea, and you can see, yep, right there, comes off of Vrioni.
Bartlett arriving, but it's away from Polster. Coming through Rodriguez, who tries the sombrero, but a header in there from Yusuf. Santos taking no chances. I wonder if 2025 might be it for him, as Cleek came through the area and did well to deal with the danger. See a lot of DC United numbers back. Stroud, Heel, and Langoni is in space. He'll go early in towards Vrioni, who felt he was just held back there. Doesn't appeal for a penalty. Borrero back in. Just lifted back in. Romney tracking, gets the header down, and Benteke has to volley it away. And now Pirani could be off and running here, being pulled to the floor. And it's going to be an obvious yellow card there to Luca Langoni. Buy into a good pocket. This is better from New England. Headed away from Herrera. Heel. Borrero. He'll take the strike on Herrera, doing well to go to ground to deal with it.
stepping up, pressing. It's made it difficult right now for New England to be able to build out, clear their lines.
And trying from range, it's off the woodwork. Would have been a spectacular third for DC. A booking for descent here. He felt that ball had gone out of play and out for the throw.
Well, it's just unnecessary from Pedro Santos. You have complete control of this game.
Romney. Ian Harkes whipping across the Peltola into the back of his own net. And it's game on here in Foxborough. Devastation on the face of the Finn.
Way out of this game, but it's well worked from New England. They find the wide areas, you get freed up from Harkes, and then it's an early ball in that forces Peltola to try to go for it. He just whips it in behind. And then Peltola, nothing that Bono can do. He's reading the play, shifting over the last second. Peltola just trying to deny that ball, getting across into a more dangerous area, hits it into his net now.
Yellow card given after the goal went in. Lucas Bartlett got a yellow for dissent.
Own goal though from Peltola all of a sudden could shift the momentum in this game, and we'll see what this injury is in terms of the seriousness of it for Bono if they have to make a switch. It looks like is wise to that now, just trying to split the difference defensively.
And here's Nacho Heel whipping in, punched away there from Alex Bono. DC doing well to deal with it initially. Barektarovic. Vrioni chasing Peltola, leaves it up off here for Borrero. Into Vrioni. Here's Giacomo Vrioni with the block in from Bartlett. Half-hearted shouts for handball. Lucas. Further still from Bartlett, and in behind is Benteke. Benteke and Merle to finish it off. Merle right at Ivancic, who made himself big and got his right hand to it to keep New England in this one.